Bachelor in Paradise contestant Demario Jackson now addressing in detail the allegations of sexual misconduct that put a pause in the show's production. Jackson was cast as a villain in the current season of The Bachelorette, and now he worries it may be happening in real life, saying his character has been assassinated.
It's every man's biggest fear. Like, no man wants to be attached to that. That ruins you for life.
It's the ongoing saga for Demario Jackson finally speaking out about the scandal on the set of Bachelor in Paradise in a three-part interview with E! News. In a show known for its racy plot lines, this upcoming season of the spinoff of The Bachelor and Bachelorette was going to feature booted fan favorites Corinne Olympios.
Will you accept this roast?
Of course.
And Demario Jackson.
I'm definitely going to get that roast tonight.
It was during a taping for Bachelor in Paradise that Jackson and Olympios hit troubled waters. Warner Brothers saying an encounter between the two of them, taped by TV crews, prompted an investigation into sexual misconduct after a producer filed a complaint against the show. Jackson describes what he says happened that night.
Our first real conversation was at the bar, really like friends. And then, we started having a little bit more fun, and, had a few drinks. Things got wild because it was more of like her being like the aggressor, which was like sexy. That night was probably the wildest night of my entire life. Like, we went for it.
Tonight, Jackson going further about how he says race helped to fuel the controversy.
The minute you release this, this black man's face and this white girl's face, before either of us commented on it, I was already like a rapist and excuse my French, and a monkey, and she's a whore, and she's a slut, and they were slut-shaming her because of what she did last season with Nick. For me, it was, again, back to the human race, like we failed.
Production halted with allegations by a show producer that 24-year-old Olympios was too drunk to consent at the time, something Jackson has repeatedly denied. Warner Brothers saying in a statement last week, "We take all such allegations seriously. The safety, security, and well-being of the cast and crew is our #1 concern. And we suspended filming so that the allegations could be investigated immediately and thoroughly." The show stopped production and the cast was sent home.
Just because it happened on a reality show doesn't change any of the rules that apply. Either there was wrongdoing or there wasn't wrongdoing. The only difference here is you may have all of it on tape.
Within days, Olympios released a statement saying, "I am a victim and have spent the last week trying to make sense of what happened. And although I have little memory of that night, something bad obviously took place. As a woman, this is my worst nightmare and has now become my reality." Adding that she hired an attorney and is seeking therapy to deal with the physical and emotional trauma stemming from that evening. Jackson defended himself in an interview with Inside Edition.
My character's been assassinated. My family name has been dragged through the mud.
Fans demanded to know more, tweeting, "We need answers." Jackson tweeting back, "Alt facts." But last week, Warner Brothers announced it had concluded its investigation and will resume production on Bachelor in Paradise, stating, "Our internal investigation, conducted with the assistance of an outside law firm, has now been completed. The tape does not support any charge of misconduct by a cast member, nor does the tape show, contrary to many press reports, that the safety of any cast members was ever in jeopardy."
They've come out so definitively saying there was no wrongdoing and they're going to keep filming the show. Either they're crazy or they feel really confident that they're on solid legal ground.
The ABC network, which broadcasts Bachelor in Paradise, adding they support the investigation by Warner Brothers, and given their results, the series will resume production and will air this summer.
There are two avenues here. There's criminal and civil. No one's alleged criminal wrongdoing here, and it happened in Mexico. So it would have to be conducted by the Mexican authorities anyway. The civil case, that could happen back here in the United States.
Olympios' legal team releasing a statement saying, "Our own investigation will continue based on multiple new witnesses coming forward, revealing what they saw and heard." Olympios has yet to respond to the claims made by Jackson in the E! News interview.
It's critical to remember it was a producer on the show who alleged wrongdoing. So the real question for me is going to be, is there something that eyewitnesses can testify to that isn't on that tape?
Tonight, Jackson saying he's not mad at Olympios and he's unsure who to blame.
I'm mad at this situation. I would like to really ask her, what happened? Because there's so many different angles.
Warner Brothers has issued this statement. Production on this season of Bachelor in Paradise will be resuming. We plan to implement certain changes to the show's policies and procedures to enhance and further ensure the safety and security of all participants.